So we are back. As you can see, things are changing. Scotch Brite, all the corrosion back on the fenders because it was starting to look pretty bad. The salt had taken its toll, sort of giving it a bit of a refresh. Bigger problem. We have noticed over this season that this side of the engine, its downpipe has gone and kind of deformed. I think it's due to heat. I'm not 100% sure, but let's get it off. Let's have a look. And let's make a stainless steel one. We will make a stainless steel one for the other side as well. But for the minute, let's fix the one that's broken. So, you may wonder why I've taken the front splash apron off. Slightly better access when we're crawling under the car, but as part of my cleanup efforts, this thing needs a good sanding. So, best to do it off the car, and we can put that to one side and do that another day. Back to the strip down. We are safe. We have axle stands. Put your axle stands in. It's gone wrong in the past. People have been injured. I don't normally get hepped up on safety, but you're working alone in a garage. No one wants to find you flat a month later when you've turned to jelly. It's just a lot to clean up. So use your axle stands. And we're going to get under and have a look at what we need. So, as you can see, this has gone really weird. Misshaped. I'm not sure whether it's because the engine's twisting. The pipe's side mounted and it's deforming. This one's not done it at all though. You can see this one is perfectly round still. Does what it needs to do. This one, can't really show how bad it is on the camera, but it is horrendous. It's like an egg. Let's get her whipped off. Let's get her up on the bench. Let's have a look. And she's pretty rough. Not to mention that getting it out was pretty rough. All that horrible heat wrap starting to fall apart. Let's cut these. Does anyone else work from the same toolbox but still pull about 5 or 6 drawers out before they get to the right drawer that's never changed and has always been there? Right, let's get a pair of cutters. These. So this is held on with like stainless steel metal bands. So these will be better than a pair of cutters because they'll be able to cut flush against the pipe and not damage the cutters. Come on, you little devil. Ah, now you go. So, hands off. In the bin. Let's get this unwrapped. Ooh. So this wrap's been on there 4 years. I think we built the car 4 years ago. As you can see, it's seen better times. So my plan is with the new exhaust to go stainless rather than mild steel and sandblast it so it looks old and matte, but it won't corrode. And we don't need heat wrap. So I think what's probably happened is the heat wrap has kept the heat in. And look at that. I don't know if you can see this, but that whizzed like an old bit of driftwood. Woo! That's literally doing nothing for flow. Okay, let's get rid of this. Excuse the noise, people. So, first things first. Oh yes, we got the right drawer first time. We want to make sure the new flange we've got, flange, matches the old pattern. And it does. Hallelujah. Just saved myself about 45 minutes cutting me on flange. Flange. So I'm going to quickly try this on the manifold. Oh, I bought the right thing for once. Oh, right. She fits. Perfect. So, we're going to sort of copy this because we know we have a start and end point that we've got to get to. This pipe is now higher, so we're going to trim this down. And hopefully this will pretty much do the job we need. I'm hoping. I think we're going to get really lucky here. These two bends are almost, bar a small little extension piece, are pretty much going to achieve exactly what we want, which for once would be really nice. Everything works out now and again. So I'm going to time lapse it again. I'm going to mark around this pipe in similar fashion to we did in the last video, with a block and a spacer. Draw around the pipe. In fact, we may be in luck. We're going to be almost, get under there, almost the right height. I I think it is. So, we're at the treat. So we'll get some tape. Put your tape round your pipe. Round your pipe! Then that will give you a straight line to cut on. Yes, it will. As long as you apply it straight. Level with the top. Boom, tear off. That is now straight. So we can now cut that off. Just weld that on there. Get that, clock that in the right orientation. Under the car. Offer this up. Tack it together. Bob's your uncle. Who has got an uncle called Bob? I think we did. Did we have an Uncle Bob? Where did that saying come from? I don't know. Anyway, this is now for the bin. In fact, this might go on the wall just with how bad it is. Daddy, I melted a downpipe. We'll put that in a special place behind the lathe for the minute. So, I'm going to get the grinder set up. Safety first. Gone into record mode for just a minute. Now, anyone who's got these Milwaukee tools will know, trying to hold them with the spanner and one-handed and putting the end in, it's a bit of a pain in the ass. So this is not my idea. This is 100% stolen from someone else's YouTube channel. I think it was from Shop Tool Reviews, but cut the spanner, weld it along the edge. That allows you to hold the thing as you undo it and hold the tool. That is genius. Every time I use it. Perfect. Anyway, that fits on there nicely. And what that will allow us to do, once that's on there, is orientate this on the car so that we're happy with the rotation. This should tap on nice and easily once I've cleaned it up. And we'll be able to offer that up onto the manifold, see where we need to put it, see how close this one is to offering up, and go from there. Let me take you in for a closer look. So, manifold, we're trying to get to here, here to here. She fits on lovely. So, hello! So, first of all, make sure this slides in here. There we go. She did. So that's going to go there. And then our new here. Oh, she's almost there. I can't believe it. So just bolt that up. She is in, I tell you. And that is actually gonna fit. It's not too close to the starter motor because heat will kill the starter motor. Then this one will weld on here, clear the manifold, and fit together snug as a bug in a rug. We want to go up, cut the hole sizes on the flanges. These are stainless, so chances are they are going to be pretty tough. So we know they're 3/8 already. So we'll take them out to 1332s, step them up a little bit at a time. Bit of cutting compound because it's stainless. Drilling the end. You're coming underneath with me this time. You can actually see what's going on as well. Let me show you stuff. So this now should fit on here with no issue. Right, that one through, that through. Yes. Wind that one there. Pipe we made earlier. Is that in? Lovely. I'm just going to buff out the end of this tube, make sure it's free from any birds or crap. Put a bit of copper slip on the end to make sure it goes in. It's always good when you're assembling the exhaust to use a little copper slip on these joints, and it's fine. It's not going to do any damage. It will stop them from seizing, so you can get them apart for times like this. Right, slide this in here. Oh, look, a glove now. A little bit of clean up, a little bit of lubricant. It's always magical. Ah, yeah. Right, so there is a little slot here where it clamps up. You need to make sure you are past the little slot, so that you're actually sealing the exhaust. So I need to see with the light if the stainless steel pipe's gone past that. You just see inside it, and there it's in. So that's perfect. That's in, engaged properly, in where it should be. Yeah, perfect. Right, so that's there. We'll get this one now on here. Turn this to marry this, and by some absolute nerdy stroke of genius, the thing almost joins. I think we're going to have to put a tiny little piece in there. I've used these on previous exhaust systems. They're little pie crusts, or pie cuts, sorry. Pie crusts, that's a slick. They are awesome because they feel little bits like this perfectly like that. You can see this little gap I've got to make up here. It's going to work really well, but this pie crust is about 5mm off being perfect. We're going to trim this pipe down by 5mm, put the pie crust in, give everything a little tack in place, go from there. Inscribed a line all the way around, and it gives you a damn accurate line all the way around. So I'll follow that now with the grinder. Here's a view that we're going to build on tools. Let me tell you, there's a lot of up and down, up and down, up and down pain in the ass. So, back under again. I was not expecting that to fit that well. Let's crack the welder out before you weld on the car. Disconnect the battery and the electronics, because you can really mess shit up if you don't. Excuse the hat hair. It's got to come off the hat because, not the hair, the hat. Because I need to use mask. Tungsten grind, nice and sharp. Quite awkward because I weld with a pedal. Gives you a bit more control rather than an on-off switch on your torch. A bit more modulation. But I will have to pinch the pedal between my knees to be able to control it, which is a pretty rad skill to be able to do. Get the helmet on, get the torch in place, make sure we're happy with everything. We've got good ground onto the block. The manifold is bolted to. Right, rotate it out lovely. We know that all fits together like that. I'm going to clean this up, get tacked. We're going to clean this up, give it a polish up and clean. Like I said, want it all matte finish, no weld showing, just a continuous pipe. I'm happy with that. All nicely TIG welded in there. Clean the flange up so we know it's all flush, and it squeeze the gasket properly. But yeah, it looks like a continuous flowing pipe now with a tiny kink in it. Let's get underneath, fit it, and show you guys the result after. We're all in, bolted up, lovely. Loads of clearance. Looks really good. Not squashed anymore. Nicely down to there. Loads of clearance between the chassis. Loads of clearance on the starter motor. Lights flashing. Let's, before that dies, show you a shot underneath. It's real nice. Into there. At some point we'll do the same on this one. That's it.
Tomorrow.
It's all system done yesterday. Obviously didn't have a chance to drive the car, it was the evening. I've also checked the timing. We weren't quite getting to full timing. We were only getting to about 31, 32 degrees. So I've changed the advanced curve in the Dizzy, put a different bobbin in it, different spacer in it. So that should take us to about 36, 38 all in, which is where we want to be. So yeah, let's get it out of the garage. Let's give it a go. Let's see how that new exhaust is. Let's see if it was really affecting performance on that bank, being that deformed and squashed, and let's give it a try. So we'll go out, we'll let the oil warm up, get the car up to temperature, go and find a closed road, safe area, do a couple of test hits, and see whether it's made an improvement. Oops, left some tyre on the road. Very fortunate to live in a very, very beautiful place just on the edge of Dartmoor, and yeah, we've got a lovely place to live, lovely roads to drive on. So the car's running really well. Just want to pull over and have a check, make sure nothing's come loose, you know, the normal stuff. Take you with me and show you a little picture of the view. I opened the bonnet, had a look round, had a look underneath, didn't want to bore you with that. Good to go. Enjoy the ride. We're back. Car ran really well. Downpipe definitely was having a contribution to it not running as well as it should have been. Seems to have way more response. I think the timing is a big contributor to that as well. But yeah, as you've probably seen from the footage, it seems to do what it needs to do. So roll on the start of this season. Let's bring on loads of shows hopefully and loads of drag racing. And till next time, see you again.